Have you heard, ladies and gentlemen, of this massive hurricane that is slated to hit Mexico later today? It is a Category 5. What's the name of this thing? Patricia. It's a Category 5. They are saying it is the most powerful hurricane ever. The most, and it's on the Pacific side, not in the Gulf. It looks like it's going to go ashore near Acapulco. Puerto Vallarta, which I've been there. It was a Gulf thing. Now, the first thing, how in the world did I know it's the biggest hurricane ever? Maybe since we've been keeping records, but how do they know it's the biggest hurricane ever? Let me tell you what's going to happen. I'll tell you why they're hyping this thing. They're hyping it for two reasons. And both of them are patently obvious. The first reason they're hyping it, they've been waiting for something like this since Katrina. Global warming, climate change. Finally, we have a killer hurricane, a massive killer hurricane. The only problem is it isn't going to hit the United States. But it's going to hit Mexico, and they'll make that work. Because you know what this thing's going to cause? Can you imagine the number of homeless refugees this hurricane's going to leave in its wake? Can you imagine the number of people who are going to have nowhere to go but the United States after this hurricane hits? The Democrat Party right now is looking at Hurricane Patricia and calculating how many new registered voters they can get out of it. Do not doubt me. This hurricane, if it is as destructive as the wild guess that attaches itself to it says it's going to be, it's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to leave a lot of people homeless, a lot of people hotelless, a lot of people without an airport. They're going to have nowhere to go other than the United States. I predict to you, depending on when this thing hits, we may even see newscasts tonight. We may even see discussion groups on cable TV tonight about the need to establish programs to absorb hurricane refugees starting tomorrow. Damn straight. What an opportunity this is going to be for them. You look at me like you doubt me. Oh, you hadn't thought of that when you... Oh, I see. That's what you're... Yeah, you should be horrified because this is the exact kind of natural disaster crisis that the Democrat Party feeds off of. I mean, this is practically the way this thing's being reported. This is guaranteed disaster. Guaranteed homeless Mexicans. There's only one solution. Bring them here. Go get them. It's compassion. It's saving lives. It's charity. It's everything all rolled into one. Plus, you get them in here outside the immigration system. So you can't even criticize that. Nothing to do with immigration. This is simply American compassion. Why, our neighbor has been racked and destroyed by a vicious, mean-spirited hurricane, biggest ever. We can only do one thing. And absorb these homeless people. And there aren't going to be too many people who are not homeless if this thing is as bad as they say it is. That's another thing. Let's just wait. You know how these things end up being oversold,